The All England Club, the most hallowed ground in tennis, a place where legends are forged and dreams are either realized or shattered in the span of a single match. The pristine grass courts of Wimbledon have witnessed some of the most iconic moments in sporting history, from Bjorn Borg's dominance to Roger Federer's elegance, from Martina Navratilova's record-breaking runs to Serena Williams' absolute mastery of the surface. This is where champions are defined. This is where careers are made and broken. For Alexandra Eala, the 21-year-old Filipina sensation, her 2026 Wimbledon journey ended in heartbreak. She had beaten the legendary Serena Williams. She had dethroned the defending champion Iga Swiatek. She had reached the fourth round, becoming the first Filipino in the Open era to achieve such a feat. But then came the loss to Jasmine Paolini. The dream was over. The tears flowed. The nation mourned. And then the tennis world waited for the post-match analysis. They waited for the criticism. They waited for the experts to tear her game apart. But when Martina Navratilova, the 18-time Grand Slam singles champion and 9-time Wimbledon winner, finally spoke, nobody expected what came next. She didn't just defend Alex Eala. She didn't just offer sympathy. She gave a reason that left the entire tennis world stunned. A reason that has sparked a fresh debate across the tennis community. A reason that has changed the conversation around Eala's future. This is the story of Martina Navratilova's unexpected defense of Alex Eala and why her words have sent shockwaves through the sport. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Before we dive into Martina Navratilova's shocking defense, we must first understand the incredible journey that led to this moment. Alexandra Eala's 2026 Wimbledon campaign was nothing short of historic. Entering the tournament as the 29th seed, she was already making history as the first Filipina to be seeded at a Grand Slam. But she was determined to do more than just make up the numbers. She wanted to make a statement. And she did exactly that. Her first-round match against Renata Zarazua of Mexico was a masterclass in controlled aggression. She dismantled her opponent in straight sets, showcasing her powerful serve, devastating forehand, and incredible movement. The second round brought even a bigger challenge, the legendary Serena Williams, the 7-time Wimbledon champion and 23-time Grand Slam winner. She was making her return to singles at the age of 44. The entire tennis world was watching. And Eala delivered. She beat Serena Williams in 3 sets in a match that will be remembered as one of the great Wimbledon upsets. But it was the third round that truly captured the world's attention. Eala faced Iga Swiatek, the defending champion and world number 3. Swiatek was the favorite. She had won Wimbledon the previous year and was playing with incredible confidence. But Eala had beaten Swiatek before at the 2025 Miami Open. She knew she could do it again. And she did. In a stunning performance, Eala defeated Swiatek in what is widely regarded as one of the greatest victories in Philippine tennis history. By defeating the defending women's singles champion, Eala achieved something no player had managed on the WTA Tour in over 40 years. According to Opta Ace, she became the first left-handed player to defeat the reigning women's singles champion at Wimbledon since Martina Navratilova herself did it in 1982. The irony was not lost on anyone. The very legend who had achieved this feat 44 years earlier was now watching a new left-hander follow in her footsteps. The tennis world was in awe. The media coverage was intense. Eala was the talk of the tournament. By the time she stepped on center court for her fourth-round match against Jasmine Paolini, she had already become a global superstar. But waiting for her was a heartbreaking loss that would end her Wimbledon dream. The fourth-round match against Jasmine Paolini was a roller coaster of emotions. The crowd on center court was packed with Filipino fans, their flags waving, their chants echoing across the grounds. The atmosphere was electric. Eala started the match with incredible intensity, but Paolini, the 2025 Wimbledon finalist, is a fighter. She refused to go away. She changed her tactics, using more drop shots and slices to disrupt Eala's rhythm. The momentum shifted. Eala's serve, which had been a weapon throughout the tournament, began to falter. In the critical moments, her serve was a liability. As one BBC report noted, slow serves clocking in at around 70 miles per hour did her no favors as she was serving to stay in the first set, and Paolini took advantage. A double fault in the 8th game of the deciding set gifted Paolini a breakpoint, which Eala conceded with an overhit forehand to fall 5-3 behind. The match stretched to 3 sets, and in the end, Paolini proved too strong. Eala had lost. Her Wimbledon journey was over. The tears flowed freely as she sat in her chair, the weight of the loss heavy on her shoulders. The Filipino fans were devastated, but they rose to their feet and gave her a standing ovation. They knew they had witnessed something special. Eala had given everything she had. She had left it all on the court. She had lost the match, but she had won the respect of everyone watching. In dissecting her loss, Eala herself pointed to problems with her serve. "I have days like that. Everyone has days where they don't play their best tennis. I understand that's part of the job. I don't think I'm going to be playing the best tennis of my life every single day." She remained positive, stating, "I gave everything that I could, did everything that I could do, so I'm proud of that. I have to be proud of what I've achieved this week. I'm leaving with positive thoughts." It was a moment of grace and maturity. But the tennis world was waiting for the post-match analysis. They were waiting for the criticism. They were waiting for the experts to point out her weaknesses. And then Martina Navratilova spoke. When Martina Navratilova, the 18 Grand Slam singles champion and 9-time Wimbledon winner, finally spoke about Eala's performance, her words were not what anyone expected. In a world where commentators often dissect every mistake and point out every flaw, Navratilova did something remarkable. She defended Eala. She didn't criticize her serve. She didn't question her tactics. She didn't point to the pressure of the moment. Instead, she did something that has left the tennis world stunned. She explained that Eala's aggressive playing style and natural talent are far more important than focusing only on her current weaknesses. Navratilova's defense of Eala was rooted in a deep understanding of the game. She recognized that Eala had achieved something extraordinary. By defeating the defending women's singles champion at Wimbledon, Eala had matched a feat that Navratilova herself had accomplished 44 years earlier. This was not a coincidence. It was a sign of immense potential. Navratilova saw in Eala the same qualities that had made her own career so successful: a left-handed game, a crafty playing style, and a fearless approach to the biggest matches. Navratilova has consistently praised Eala's game. She has described Eala as crafty and a good lefty who uses her variety nicely. She has recognized Eala's immense potential and the excitement she has brought to the sport. In one interview, she stated, "Eala, she is building a whole new craze in Southeast Asia and the Philippines, bringing more fans into tennis." These were not just empty compliments. They were a validation of Eala's impact on the sport. Navratilova understood that Eala's appeal extended far beyond her results. She was a phenomenon, a player who could inspire a nation and attract new fans to the sport. But Navratilova's defense went even further. She didn't just praise Eala, she defended her against the inevitable criticism. She acknowledged that Eala's serve needed improvement, but she framed it as an opportunity, not a fatal flaw. She said that Eala needs a bigger serve and a bigger kick, and that she can beef up a little and punch up that serve. But she also emphasized that Eala's crafty left-handed game, her variety, and her competitive spirit are far more important than any single technical weakness. She was sending a message: don't define Eala by her weaknesses, celebrate her strengths. This unexpected defense has sparked a fresh debate across the tennis community.
The reason Navratilova defended Eala is simple but profound. She understands the bigger picture. She has seen countless young players come and go. She knows that talent and potential are rare, and that a player like Eala does not come along very often. She defended Eala because she believes in her. She defended Eala because she knows that the serve can be fixed. She defended Eala because she understands that what Eala has already achieved is far more significant than any single technical flaw. Navratilova's often pointed out that Eala's popularity is a powerful asset. She has noted that wherever she plays, the crowds are huge, and that her fan base is one of the most passionate in sports. She has even urged tournament organizers to pay more attention to Eala's fan base when scheduling matches. Navratilova's defense is also rooted in her own experience. She knows what it takes to win Wimbledon. She has won 9 singles titles at the All England Club. She understands the pressure, the expectations, and the heartbreak of defeat. She sees in Eala a reflection of her younger self, a left-handed player with a crafty game and a fighting spirit. When Navratilova says that Eala's aggressive playing style and natural talent are far more important than focusing only on her current weaknesses, she is speaking from experience. She knows that the serve can be improved, but the innate talent and competitive fire are gifts that cannot be taught. The tennis community has been divided by Navratilova's comments. Some analysts agree that Eala's game will continue to improve with experience and that her strengths outweigh her weaknesses. Others still believe that technical adjustments are needed, particularly on her serve, but Navratilova's voice has added a new dimension to the debate. She has shifted the conversation from Eala's weaknesses to her potential. This is why her words have generated so much attention. The fact that Navratilova included Eala among the players she enjoys watching is a testament to her belief in Eala's potential. In an interview with tennishead.net, Navratilova named Eala as one of the players worth watching, despite not being in the top 10 of the WTA rankings. She cited Eala's immense potential and the excitement she has brought to the sport. This is a powerful endorsement from one of the greatest players in history. It tells the world that Eala is not just a flash in the pan, she is a player with a future.
Martina Navratilova's defense of Alex Eala is more than just a feel-good story. It is a strategic statement. It is a masterclass in sports psychology. It is a sign of the maturity of the Eala camp. So what does this mean for Eala's future? First and foremost, it provides her with a massive psychological boost. When a player faces a devastating loss, the last thing they need is a legendary figure criticizing them. Navratilova's support allows Eala to move on from the loss without carrying the weight of public criticism. It frees her to learn from her mistakes and to focus on the future. It gives her the confidence that a legend believes in her. Navratilova has even pointed out that Eala is right on schedule. The legend was 21 when she won her first Wimbledon singles title in 1978. Eala is also 21. The comparison is not lost on anyone. Secondly, it sends a message to the rest of the tennis world. Navratilova's words are a warning. They are a declaration that Alex Eala is a player who is here to stay. She is not a flash in the pan. She is a player who has the support of a legend. This will make other players take her even more seriously. Thirdly, it shifts the narrative. Instead of focusing on her serve, the tennis community is now talking about her potential. Navratilova has reframed the debate. She has reminded everyone that Eala is already a champion. She has beaten the best players in the world. She has reached the 4th round of a Grand Slam. She has inspired a nation. The only thing missing is a Grand Slam title. But with Navratilova's belief in the support of millions of fans, Eala is on the right track. Fourthly, it sets the stage for Eala's next steps. With Wimbledon behind her, Eala's focus will shift to the hardcourt season, the US Open, and the rest of the WTA Tour. She has already proven that she can compete on all surfaces. She has won titles on clay, grass, and hardcourts. She has beaten the best players in the world. The only thing missing is a Grand Slam title. But with Navratilova's endorsement, the pressure is off. She doesn't need to win tomorrow. She just needs to keep improving. Finally, it is a sign of the changing landscape of tennis. The old guard, represented by legends like Navratilova, is embracing the new generation. Navratilova sees in Eala the future of the sport. She sees a player who can bring new fans to tennis and inspire a new generation of players. For Tennis Pulse, this is the story of a true champion, a young woman who, with the support of a legend, is destined for greatness. The future is bright for Alex Eala. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell.